know a
Yeah.
lot about the Blue Avians. They tell me to call them the Kier, like K-I-R, the Kier, and they're not just blue. I've seen white ones, they are higher vibrational. I've seen orange ones, they're rarer. I mainly see the Blue Avians. They're at least 8th dimensional. They can be as high as 13th dimensional. Ooh, I'm feeling them. And they don't have a planet anymore. Okay, so when they talk about ships, it's the same thing as when they talk about planets. It's not what we think. I'm not saying that there are no planets. I'm saying that it's not what we think. When, when we say things like, well, how could anything live on Saturn? It's a gas planet, or Jupiter, whichever one, I don't know. That's because we're looking at it in third dimension. So in higher dimension, it's more like a plane of existence. So sometimes when they show us ships, it's not like Star Trek, just saying. Okay, it could be like something different, but that makes more sense to us. So they show me like these huge ships. It's not like a planet anymore. Like whatever their base was is not there anymore, and now they exist in these big ships. Whew. I have a guy that I called forward. His name's Alpar-a-be-am, and I could channel him if you want, because I feel like
We would
choice.
never say no to something like that.
Let's see.
Loving this.
I welcome you. We are
Oh.
so pleased that you think highly of us. We are here to help you all, and we are close by. We do not need to be a spirit guide to you to help you in this realm. We can help you in many ways, as this channel spoke of earlier. When negative beings come into your space, you also have positive beings coming into your space. And we are happy to help. Just like other higher dimensional beings, such as angels, you must ask for our help, for us to come closer and to help you more. So, any being that you would like help from, be it fifth dimensional or 13th dimensional, you may just ask. And do you have questions? Do
We
you
have
have
questions
questions?
about the future. Yes. We are wondering how things are going to go in this reality.
There are many realities, so many. There are many timelines. However, there are also shared timelines of ascension. In the ascension timelines, you may be on your own personal timeline, but in the shared timeline, there is a complete change of the planet and the beings of the people themselves, of you who wish to work with the light, transforming yourself into a higher dimension, leaving density behind. And there is many timelines that do not ascend, who continue with war and famine and fear. And yet, when that 3D timeline ends, they transcend back into their higher selves, back into their light body, and they begin to remember that it was just the choice they made. Do not worry about your friends who do not follow the light path, because it is not necessary to worry about them. They have chosen their path on purpose. It is their desire to explore this path for learning, just as it is your desire to explore this path for ascension, for learning more, for opening yourself, for up-leveling yourself, for leaving this life with more knowledge than you came into it, for finding that you can see through this density and begin with faith to follow principles that allow you to see more. That is the path of the light worker, as this one calls it, soul seeker, spiritualist, whatever name you give it, workers in the light. Does that answer your question, or do you have another?
I do. I have more. Thank you. Can you suggest ways that we can self heal the most effective way?
You must release old thoughts and patterns. You must face the thoughts that keep you low, the memories, the pain, and the suffering, and all that you have received in this life has a purpose. Where would you be now if it had not happened? Your life would be frivolous at best, but instead you have grown through this density. And yet, is it fully released, or is it still coming up into your thoughts? It is time to learn to release them with tips and techniques. There are so many everywhere you look. You can find helpers in this realm, not just this one that I speak through, but there are many who can help you clear, ground, learn, get tips, get personal tips, or you can read books, take classes. Ask your spirit guides to show you your personal way. You can up level with healing rays of light. You can learn to heal yourself with your hands or with your helpers. For that is all that healing is on this realm. It is channeled light from helpers and healers. Whether you choose one or the other, they are all the same. Source light. And this source light can be used to heal yourself and then used to heal others. And since you may heal others, they may heal you. So there are many ways. The important thing is to prioritize it, to face it, not to push it away, to live your life, to walk your life in the way to increase your ability to work with this plane and get to a higher one, learning to control your channeling, learning to control how you are speaking with or communicating with your guides and those who are helping you is key. And there are many ways to learn. First, most importantly, is to believe the messages that you get and to know the difference between a high vibrational message and one that is not from a spirit guide or a spirit helper. This would be from a lower entity being, and this kind of help is no help at all. So you must learn the difference. Does this make me feel light and joyous? Or does this make me feel powerful and better than? That is how you tell the difference.
Thank you so much for that knowledge. That's very helpful.
You are so welcome.